Good afternoon. This is Cheryl Cheadle, and I am going to put together a very brief video because it's still raining. I should say it's raining because you may not have seen the video I posted earlier, but it's raining, and it's just a wonderful day to kind of get a feel for what happens when rain falls from the sky, lands on the ground. I'm Cheryl Cheadle with the Oklahoma Conservation Commission Blue Thumb Water Quality Education Program, and I am in Bristow, Oklahoma, downtown, where there are sidewalks and streets and roofs, a lot of what we would consider impervious surface. And when rainfall hits this impervious surface, it just moves. It doesn't have any opportunity to soak in. Look at a prairie, look at a woodland. There's going to be opportunities for water to soak gently, naturally into the earth. And so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today, is about rainfall landing on the earth's surface and where it's going to go. It just was a good opportunity. And yet again, and I'm going to make a new one of these signs, but neighborhood ecology. This is another in that neighborhood ecology series. The Blue Thumb program is right now, we're trying to kind of stay away from people. We love people, but we're being responsible. We're being a responsible state of Oklahoma employees. We're trying to kind of hole up while still accomplishing good work. So I'm going to get out of the car. It's raining fairly good. It's a gentle rain, not a real hard rain, but it's raining enough that I'm going to get wet. And you know what? It's temperature's cooled about 10 degrees in the last hour because I guess there's two fronts colliding, which is a big part of what makes rain happen. So we're going to get out and we're going to be on the streets of Bristow. Yep, rain's coming down. I like it. I guess that when you like water, you like water. But here's some water flowing down the street in Bristow. It's moving pretty good. It's been raining for I think it's been raining for a couple of hours. So we're in Bristow, and this is a great scene right here. Water going straight down the storm drain. Yep, and that's a really clean drain. You can hear the sounds of it whooshing down there. And if I keep walking, and there's some traffic happening too. But here's another storm drain. So we got water moving in Bristow, and here's downtown Bristow. I got somebody honking at me. They think I'm a lunatic, I suppose, but people don't typically go out in the rain. And I don't often go out in the rain, but I'm glad I'm out in the rain today because it's a good day for education. But if by chance you heard my very first ever neighborhood ecology series, it was about my yard and about the storm drain in front of my house. But you know, it's just smart to go ahead and keep talking. Now here is a clogged up storm drain. This is a good opportunity to show you something. The water is just bypassing this storm drain, working its way around the corner, past the Bristow trash can, going down the storm drain. Anyway, one of the things I failed to say in the video a while ago was this is water that is going to end up in a stream, and it's going to go in that stream, and then it is going to go into a little bit bigger stream. Then it could end up in a lake. And in Oklahoma, we have a large number of large man-made reservoirs. Many of those man-made reservoirs provide our drinking water. I've been doing some research lately, and I think that I am accurate when I say about three-fourths of Oklahomans count on surface water from a lake, and there's about 25%, a lot of times these are rural communities, that are going to count on groundwater. So this surface water, this water moving right here, is part of what is going to end up going to a lake. And let me see, here in Bristow, I think this is going to go to Sandy Creek. I believe this water is going to end up in the Deep Fork River, and I think that's going to empty out in Lake Eufaula. So I could look at a map and be more sure about this, but I'm not looking at a map right now. But I am standing outside in Bristow and I'm getting wet. I do have sense to come in out of the rain. I'm choosing not to. I'm looking at this water because, you know, if you are familiar at all with the Project WET activities, and that WET stands for Water Education for Teacher, there is actually an activity called Rainy Day Hike. And you go outside when it's raining, because if you don't go outside when it's raining, you don't pick up on these things. And this is good information. Let us not block the alley. Not going to. I'm going to get out of the way. But this is just good to see. Let me just show you water coming off of a roof. So we've routed that water into the alley, going down the alley, going into the street. And here, when you don't have a gutter system, here's water coming off the roof. So there you go. Just kind of a rainy day hike, and you don't have to get wet. But I am traveling alone because, you know, we're supposed to always be alone at this moment in time. I'm traveling alone. I can turn the heater up in my vehicle if I want to. Now here we have a little bit of green space. Not a huge amount, and there's a lot of gravels and such too. So this bit of green space is also allowing quite a bit of runoff. But I'm in downtown Bristow. Oh, here's some good scenes. Look at these. So you can picture in a heavy rain how much water comes off of these impervious surfaces. And you can picture the value in having rain gardens, in having a thing called pervious pavement that allows some soak in. Because when rain is allowed to soak in, there's going to be a lot greater chance that pollutants will be filtered out of it. There's going to be a lot better chance that it is slowed down enough that it doesn't hit streams in such a huge flush, because that's not what streams are prepared for. There's actually a thing called urban stream syndrome, where streams' banks get blown out because water hits them with such a force. Because in a natural setting like that prairie or that woodland, water soaks in gently, moves gently, and only in really huge rain, ooh boy, I'm getting my feet wet. And only in really huge rains do we have the issues of big time floods and such. We people and our actions doesn't make us bad. It just means we need to get a better grip on how to live with nature. But we people change things up. We change up the, I'm going to go over here and get another storm drain shot. I'm into it now. I'm wet and I'm having a good time. But here's another set of water going down the storm drain. It's actually really fun to go out on a rainy day. If it were really cold, hey, look, an ancient blue thumb storm drain marker. Look at that. If it were really cold, I'm not sure I'd be doing this, because cold is one thing, wet is one thing. Cold and wet is a kind of its own animal. So anyway, but this is fun. This is my second effort at videography. Back in my car, back where it's warm. Anyway, this is just a look at runoff in a town. And, you know, lots of automobiles, bits of oil, bits of tire, a lot of things that drip from a vehicle. A lot of people spilling their pop, things like that can end up going down the urban storm drain. And, you know, we just want to try to keep those things out of our water. So let's be aware. That's kind of the point of the video. It's not really anyone's bad or anyone's doing something wrong, because Bristow, this little city, is so much like the other cities. Because when you have streets and sidewalks, parking lots, you have surfaces that water run off from. So this is just kind of an awareness of that water moving, that water going down storm drains, and those storm drains are leading to an actual stream that's going to lead to a bigger stream It's going to lead to a river, may end up in a lake. And if we love our fish, love the animals that drink that water, wanting clean water is just reasonable. Wearing my Blue Thumb uniform, I'm always proud when I have it on. And my hair is a little bit wet because of the rain, but it feels good. So I encourage you just to think a little deeper about where the water goes from your property, how you keep your car maintained. Just think a little bit deeper about how we live on this earth. Thank you so much.